In its second season of existence, there's a look inside one of the real jewels of the NFL, SoFi Stadium, just south of downtown Los Angeles. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Chargers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. He's taken down. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A first down and then some, 36 yards. Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, the tackle we just saw. Pretty nice.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Prescott from the gun. At the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Ezekiel Elliott, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Now, Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And now look at this. Big gain, but fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Down to the 25. Jackson, the ball. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 25 on second down, Prescott. This will be caught inside the 10. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Let's go, let's go. 23 yards on the play. 2-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Hunter Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Chargers 14. Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Forced out to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Jerry Tillery able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Chargers 14. Ravens nothing.
Jackson on 3rd and long. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield, get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time run right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
And Nick, his teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
At the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott flushed out right. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 44-yard line.
1st and 10.
It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. 46 yards on the play. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
This will be caught at about the 5. That catch good for only a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And it's up and good.
Makes the score. Chargers 21. Ravens.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And all this pass is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
From the 27, Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Carry now for Elliott. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Jackson now off the bootleg. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They're going for Jefferson downfield. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown.
Justin Jefferson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
The kick is
and he puts it through.
Makes the score Chargers 21, Ravens 14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away, not intercepted.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
A 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Breida to get the 3rd quarter started. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze the throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now Breida on a toss left. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal. They'll run here with Edwards. And the Ravens are going to have it first and goal as they'll take this down to about the 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
At the 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on second and goal. On second and goal, here's the option. That one caught out wide by Boykin. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. They completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty? When you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's third and goal. Jackson, he's going to keep it himself. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
Chargers 24, Ravens 21.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go.
Third down and 4.
Now Prescott. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. They'll run with Elliott. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. Second and 10. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Prescott from the gun on third. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Joe Reed, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he stopped immediately there.
The ball carrier.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by T.J. Young. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Complete.
The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. This is out quickly to the right. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Could have gone with a ground game there. Opted for the quick pass. Well, I don't know that it would have mattered, Charles, but it didn't work out.
In a lot of these offenses, yards after catch are built in without explicitly saying it. In this case, he didn't make anyone miss out on the perimeter. Got tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
And brings up 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
And now a design run with Jefferson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. On 1st down, here's Breida. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run again with Breida. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Jackson to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to tie things up in the final minute. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. And now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They go to Elliott again. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. You've got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
I think
and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jerry Tillery in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
He'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give them 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down at 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Breida. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And he gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
Jackson's going to look to run it. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot.
A 31-yard attempt.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back.
2-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 1.
What can Prescott do in the OT? Being chased out lane. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Prescott. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And play will be stopped here with 10 seconds remaining in overtime as they've called a timeout. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Prescott to throw it. It's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it.
Prescott's pass intercepted by the Ravens. They'll take over first and 10 at the 20.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. He connected on his first, this from 41. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And joy will reign in the Inner Harbor as the Ravens have won it. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.